Welcome back to Pastoral Remote Sensing. In this video, we're going to look at how do we interpret the graphical data that includes all the historical data from previous years back to 2004. So in this case, we're looking at total green biomass, and that gives you an indication of what you've actually got on the ground at any one particular time. The NDVI, once again, also is just an indication of greenness. But the useful ones for interpretation are the ones that accumulate over growing seasons. So rainfall, we accumulate that over the growing season and graph it that way. Total dry matter, we do the same thing. Now, rainfall and total dry matter are generally closely related. But let's look at how we can use these two to get some indication of how our season might progress. If we turn on all the years in total dry matter, because total dry matter is the end result of rainfall and everything else that happens on the station, stocking rate, everything else. Turn on all these years, and now let's turn off all those ones that are above average, above the median red line. And turn off the median one as well, just to make it a really good indicator. Okay, so these are all the bad years. So we've got 2013, 2010, 2004, 5, 2016, 2020, and 2019. So let's now go to the rainfall for these same years. Now we can use the rainfall, because this is the thing we measure on a day-to-day basis. So we go to the rainfall and we look at this chart and we say, at what time of the year can we say that if we've not received our median rainfall, which is the red line, does that indicate a bad year? Knowing that all these years were bad years, which is interesting because this 2010 is showing that it was, in terms of rainfall, it was actually a median year. But remember, when we went back to the total dry matter, it was well below median. So that's the difference between rainfall and total dry matter. Total dry matter is the end result. Total rainfall, depending on when it falls, can give you a different result. So at what time of the year can you look at this graph and say, look, if I haven't had my median rainfall by this date, we're looking at a less than median season? And just by eyeballing it here right now, probably not particularly statistically rigorous, but I would be saying by mid-November, if I haven't received my median rainfall, I need to start planning for a less than optimal or less than median year. So that's the way we've observed in playing with these numbers, using the cumulative graphs, that's the total dry matter and the rainfall, we can actually get some idea of how to get a rough prediction of what might happen given what's happened in the past. So that's making sense of the graphical data.